In the firearm industry, people think you spend most of your days out on the range. And unfortunately, nothing could be further from the truth. If we're lucky, we get a couple events a year to go shoot. And for me, my passion is shooting long-range precision. When we started working with John Beagle at Helix 6 Precision, the conversation every day was about accuracy. First, those conversations were our groups at 100 yards. And that led to, stretching it out further, 500, 1,000 yards. Then we started having conversations about stretching out to 1 mile. Now, 1 mile is not unheard of, but I wanted to throw a twist in there. Let's do it with everyday components. Of course, this stuff is going to be high-end. It's going to have to be. But what if we could shoot factory ammo, for example, or use a bipod that doesn't cost $500? So John invited us out to his range in Lyle, Washington. Our crew and I made the trip over from Montana and found ourselves on the range, zeroing. After we got the rifles dialed in at 100, we started stretching it out, working to shoot 500 yards. So we started stretching out from 500. Let's go for 1,000. Let's go for 1,200. Felt confident in the rifle and the bullets, so we decided, let's go for it. The next day, we found the opportunity to get out there. We were like, let's do it. Let's shoot a mile.
Hey guys, Clint Walker here. I'm on the Helix 6 Precision Range outside of Lyle, Washington. And this morning we are shooting 1 mile. We got out here yesterday. The conditions weren't ideal. It already heated up. We had too much mirage, but this morning it's just beautiful. There's really not a whole lot of wind down on target, so we expect to see some good impacts. I want to talk to you a little bit about the rifle that I'm shooting because I know people are going to ask. When you shoot a mile, you can get lucky, and with just about any rifle if you have skill. But we're going to try to take some of the guesswork out of it by using precision components and quality components. Of course, starting first with my Helix 6 Precision carbon fiber barrel. I've got that in a chambered in 6mm Creed on the Falcor 7 Action. It's also in the Falcor CSS chassis, painted by Eli Urian. I've got an AB suppressor on the end there. This thing sounds so good when it shoots. It's very, very flat tone, and the cover on it is made by Alphanar. On the side of the rifle over here, I have the DEMA from Tribe Defense, or Tribe Optics rather. This is the DEMA. It stands for Distance Interface Measuring Apparatus. I've got a little paddle switch here, and I can range. I can't quite get out to a mile. It's only rated to 1,000 yards, but yesterday we were ranging targets out to about 1,300 yards. Ammo, today I'm shooting this Berger ammunition, factory loaded ammo, picked up at Optics Planet. It's a 109 grain hybrid. This ammo is legit. I mean, it's a very, very good looking round, very high precision. We measured it with the chrono and saw a deviation of 3. That's incredible for a factory loaded ammo. Let's see, underneath the rifle here I have the Fab Defense Spike bipod, and for a shooting rear bag here I've got the Alphanar rear bag and another rear support from Alphanar, just to get comfortable. The mat that I'm shooting on is actually my rifle case, also made by Alphanar. This is actually my favorite shooting mat. It even has a position to grip the bipod, and it helps with when I want to load the rifle, which is super important when you're shooting long-range precision. Leupold Mark V HD. I've got the tremor reticle in mils. Obviously, I always want to shoot mils. Just that's the math that I know. The wallet that I'm using here, also made by Alphanar. While the conditions last, let's go ahead and get started and see if we can strike that target. You guys ready?
On your ready.
On target.
Okay.
Send one ready.
I got no wind.
No wind.
Stand by.
Impact.
Yeah! Fuck yeah!
Nice.
Nice shot.
Dude.
Do it again.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna send another one. There's still no wind. Stand by.
Send it. Impact.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah!
Back to back.
Nice.
Should we try to ride the unicorn here?
Let's do it.
Go for
All
3.
right, so you got a little right, you have a right to left
I see it.
about 2 miles per hour.
I see it. I see it. I'm gonna give myself another half mil.
Impact.
Yeah!
Yeah, right there. Oh, dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done, man.
Yes.
Well done.
Yes.
Good job.
God dang. That is awesome.
1 mile with a 6mm Creed.
Dude,
What bullet are you shooting?
I'm shooting this, what is it, a 109 Burger hybrid. Burger ammo, factory ammo. Damn, that is badass. We'll do a little bit more about that. Dude, not even a better place to do it. Look at this view. Well, let's go look at it.
Let's do it.
So look, we just got down to the target here. We're seeing some impacts. You know, when the conditions were optimal, we saw the wind just flatten out, very little mirage, and so I decided to send 3 back to back. I'm super happy with this result. If you don't shoot long range, especially when you're shooting a mile, this is pretty exceptional, particularly here. If we're talking about a 3 foot per second deviation in that round, that could account for that. You can also get reticle crawl from the mirage. There's a lot of variables, and of course, just a little bit of wind picking up. You can see our splashes are coming down this way because from where we're shooting, we're actually coming in at a different angle. But all things considered, I'm super happy. When we started this, so John reached out to me months ago. We were talking about Helix 6 and his range out here, which is exceptional. I've been to ranges all over the world, and this is unequivocally one of the top ranges I've ever been on in terms of beauty and just variants and targets that we can shoot. And he said, Clint, we can shoot steel to a mile in a couple different directions out at the ranch, which is, you know, anyone that shoots long range, you know that that's a rare thing. So I really wanted to shoot a mile with this 6mm Creedmoor that you guys have put together for me. We started talking about it when we got here, and you weren't really hip on the whole idea.
Yeah, it's definitely a questionable feat, I think, based upon the density altitude today. Our velocities, we're going transonic at about 1,400 to 1,500 yards.
Yeah.
Which we weren't really sure what was going to happen after that.
Right.
So it looks like that, and this is an 8-twist barrel. It looks like that 8-twist barrel stabilized that 109 Burger hybrid well enough to get us some impacts on steel today. And I think we ended up at just over a minute, which is better than I honestly thought we would do at this distance.
Yeah.
With what we had to work with, but I'm super impressed. So
yeah, I'm super impressed too. Full disclosure for anyone viewing at home, this was actually day 2 and attempt 3 at hitting a mile. We got in here just a little bit late yesterday. We tried. It already started to heat up. We had a ton of mirage. Wind was kind of gusting. We've got canyons here, and especially right off this side really drops off, and it just, you know, we couldn't even see where the bullets were impacting. So I think these 3 impacts represent a total in terms of shots, 25, 30 shots probably.
yeah, that's about right.
And you know, just happened to ride the unicorn, so to speak, in these last 3. So, you know, full disclosure, we didn't just come out here, lay down and whack it. We had a lot of dope over the last couple days, and we just kind of figured out what the best was. Yeah. It was pretty awesome though when
when we're shooting, I mean, with this loophole, first off, I'm seeing that target pretty clear. So my mirage had started, instead of shifting left to right, it really just all of a sudden started going straight up and down. That tells me that wind is very flat. John saw it and said, hey, we got no wind. We're trying to get a drone into place and wait on that. And I'm like, we just got to send it, right?
Yeah.
And as soon as we knew we had that impact, I'm still seeing the same condition. The rifle is super stable. And, that's thanks in part to the Fab Spike bipod and, of course, that Alphanar shooting rest. So I just racked it again. I'm ascended again. And I actually think that I think this was my first, and that was my second, and then my third, the wind started to pulse a bit, and we saw it, and you can see right now.
Yeah, we can feel a little bit of it.
And what's funny is now the wind's actually shifting direction again. So super excited. Burger ammo, factory ammo.
Yep.
Super impressed with that round. Super impressed with that transonic flight path, that stability, the ability for it to get back into.
What do we have for our extreme velocity spread? What was it, like 3 feet per second or
3
something?
feet. Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah.
that's even hand loaders have a difficult time achieving that, and to see that come out of factory ammunition
For real.
is super hard to attain. So we had all the right tools today, and we had a little talent behind the gun to make it happen.
Anyway, a lot of thanks to the crew, everybody out here. It's actually taken a lot to pull all this together, and guys painting targets and flying drones and doing all this stuff. But man, I can't wait to get out here and do this again. I'd probably like maybe a bigger piece of steel, probably make it a lot easier, and maybe a big berm behind us so we actually know
absolutely
where we're hitting. But anyway, thanks, John. I appreciate having
thank
me
you,
out,
Glenn.
man. All right.
Yep.